What up, gamers? Today I'm going to be doing something a little different from my regular content, which is like filmy stuff. This is still filmy stuff, but this is just like a kind of get ready with me to do some self-tapes. I'm going to take you through my process of how I personally get ready for self-tapes. And I have a Q&A. I asked some questions on my social media. If you want to possibly be involved in the next Q&A, you should definitely follow my social media. I'll leave that probably right here in the video. And also, I will always link my social media in the description of my videos, so you can always find that there. Little self-plug. So, yeah. Let's get into the video. Okay, so before we go into the Q&A part and get ready with me part, I just want to show what products I'm using personally for my makeup routine. The makeup that I usually do for basic stage makeup and makeup that I'll wear for self-tapes, which is what I'm about to do. And usually my basic regular makeup routine is this. And I use these products, and I am not an expensive makeup girly. I only wear makeup on special occasions, but I want to show the products that I use. So this is my foundation. I use Wet n Wild Soft Beige. That's my color. I use Wet n Wild Translucent Powder. Listen guys, Wet n Wild, my girl. And then I have this little highlighting palette, IBY Radiant Glow highlighter. I got this from an Ipsy bag. Some of the products I use I got from Ipsy. My sister forced me to get it like a few years ago, and I got a few things from them, and then I stopped. I canceled my subscription because I am too poor to be buying all these makeup samples. The next thing that I use that I also got from Ipsy is this little Anastasia brow gel for my eyebrows. I do use that. The next thing I use is this mascara I got from Walmart, and it's e.l.f. It's the Big Mood Waterproof Hydrofuge. I don't know if I said that right. Like I said, I'm not a makeup girly. And then this is my concealer that I use. It is an e.l.f. 16HR Camo Concealer Matte Finish. So this is a Wet n Wild lipstick. This is Bare It All. I usually do a base lip with this, and then I forgot to take it out, but I also use this lip gloss that I also got from Ipsy. It's Watermelon Burst Hydrating Lip Oil. And I usually put that on after I dab out my lipstick. I'm not going to use it in this video because I want to try this liquid lipstick, and hopefully that hydrates my lips. I use this ColourPop blush from Between the Sheets, I think that's what it's called. And this is called Super Shock Cheek Matte. I stole this from my sister. I don't know where she got this from, but there's that. And that's basically all I use for my makeup routine. I'm gonna look so funny in this video, but I always take this little headband just to get my hair out of the way. I know I don't have a lot of hair, but it also, I don't know, I just like doing my makeup with it on because I feel a little professional, even though I'm really not. So with that being said, we're going to jump into the question and makeup part of the video. So I apologize if I'm looking over here. I have like a little mirror to help me do my makeup and see what I'm doing, so I'm not like looking at myself in the camera, even though that's basically what I'm doing right now. With that being said, we are going to move into the first question. And the first question is, how frustrating was it working with me? And this is funny because this is one of my friends. She was in my production class. I love how I said I was gonna look at my mirror and I look at my phone. She was in my production class this previous spring semester. She was I'm trying to remember. I think she was the assistant camera assistant camera, and she had a secondary position. I don't remember what it was, but our final project for my production class was to like do a production, and so we did a short film. And I talked about this in my previous video where I had been given the opportunity to direct a short film that I wrote, and this is that project. And so there was about 8 people in our class, and we all had primary positions and secondary positions. So basically, I don't put on a lot of foundation. I don't like the cakiness and the weight of it, so I just get just enough to cover the bases, and the rest I really cover up with concealer. But with that being said, everyone had primary and secondary positions, and she's asking how frustrating was it to work with her. And I had texted her about this before I even started filming, and she honestly, I love working with her so much. I loved working with everyone in our class. It was a really fun experience, and of course things went wrong, because what production would it be if there weren't any technical difficulties? She kind of like was my rock through it, and she kind of just like held me together for some of the like more difficult stuff that happened. She is very creative. She would literally, like, if I was stuck on an idea, she would jump in and she would give her opinions, even if it would like not necessarily like match with mine. And I like to think I'm easy to work with. I know that there were some things where I was like, this has to happen, and I did kind of sound like a bitch. I will admit I can be mean sometimes, but yes, I really loved working with her. I loved working with everyone, and I don't know if she'll watch this video, but if you do watch this video, I love you so much. You were not frustrating at all. That's my little rant on that. The next question is, what would be your dream production? Like, what type of film would you be thrilled to make? And I have said this to a lot of people around me, that I would love to just do like an episodic series, like an episodic like fantasy drama and like some comedy in it. And that's like really what I want to do. I don't know, that would be like the genre and stuff that I would like to do, where you got a little bit of drama, comedy, mystery, romance, all of that stuff. I would love to have a series like that, and that's like a little fantasy drama, because fantasy is my favorite genre. And I don't know if that answered that question, but that is the answer I have to that. For my makeup routine, I have gone in with foundation, concealer, and now I'm putting highlight on my nose and rubbing it on just here to make it a little shiny. And here's something controversial that I have shown doing my makeup routine before, but I put highlighter on my eyelids because I'm trash at eyeshadow, and I also just like that it makes my eyelids pop more. The next question we have is, what's your favorite color? And my favorite color is blue. I love sky blue, any type of blue, but like sky blue specifically is my favorite color. Like, it's I love blue so much. I'm like, my dream car, this is so dumb, my dream car would be a like blue color Ford Taurus, purely because I want a car that has my star sign. And I know that's like not a good reason to want a car, but that's kind of why I want that car. And the next question is, do you feel like it is a big jump acting on stage versus acting in front of a camera? And I will say, for me personally, it definitely is. I don't have a lot to say about it though, because most of the things I've acted in front of a camera for, it has been my own like productions, and like I kind of like had the creative freedom and direction for it. For on stage, I've always had a director, and I've mostly been given the creative freedom to work with my characters and that stuff. And I would say that doing that for film is kind of the same process, but filming in front of a camera is different because you always have the ability to stop and do a different take. But live theater is if you make a mistake, you fucking run with it and get to the end of the show. And that's kind of what I have to say on that. There is definitely a lot of differences, but there are some similarities, in my opinion. But that's my answer to that question. I really like that question. I know who asked this question, and blame her for what is about to become of this video. The question is, what are some of your favorite actors? And I am obsessed with a bunch of actors at the moment. I'm always obsessed with actors. Like, it's always an obsession. Like, if I don't have an obsession on an actor, I'm weaning into an obsession of someone else, and it's so funny. My favorite actor that I have the biggest obsession celebrity crush on right now is Kit Connor. His breakout role was Nick Nelson in Heartstopper, but he had been in the industry before that, and he was in Rocket Man as like teen Elton John, and then he was in I forget the name of the movie, but he is this like little spunky kid, and I love it. And he's also in a movie called Get Santa. And then he's in Ready Player One, and he's like a extra, I think, in that. But I have stalked his discography, so I am a huge fan of Kit Connor. Another actor that I'm always going to be obsessed with is Andrew Garfield. Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham is kind of like a musician actor, I will say. There's Jonathan Groff, Jeremy Jordan. I know, that's a lot of guys, but like, Joey King might be a little controversial, but Joey King is definitely one. I'm trying to think of names. Peyton List is another one. Olivia Holt. Oh my god. There's so many actors that I am obsessed with and I love. And Pedro Pascal, he's another one. Oscar Isaac, all of these really talented actors I have a crush on, because I definitely develop talent crushes, and I am so prone to talent crushes. It's so bad. Let's move on. The next question is, do you prefer being a writer or director, and would you consider either as a career? You can't ask me this. Before I answer that, I'm going to put on some of my setting powder. I just inhaled so much powder. I definitely would say I would want to be a director over a writer. I love writing, but I don't know, if I had to be involved in the career, if I could either pick a director or a writer, I would pick a director, because I'm still working with cameras and I'm still working with talent, and my main goal is to become a triple threat. I definitely want to write, direct, and act in movies, so there's definitely that. But if I had to choose, I would pick being a director, and I would definitely consider both as a career. This is definitely what I want to do professionally. This is what I'm getting a degree for, and there's all of that. I'm trying to think what else I have to do. The next question is, when you are watching something, what genre makes you feel inspired? I can confidently say that all media that I watch definitely inspires me. I'll be going through a rut of something, and if I watch a movie or a TV series that really hit home with me, it sparks things in my brain subconsciously, and it always inspires me. It's so weird, any type of genre or anything makes me inspired to make things. So there's not really like a single like pinpoint question I can answer that with, but it's literally everything. If I like hyperfixate on a show, which I do a lot, I hyperfixate on a lot of stuff. And I'm the type of person where if I'm watching something, I have to watch it from start to finish before I can watch anything else. And it's so fun having that as a habit. But that is how I would answer that question. Everything inspires me. The next question is, what is your favorite style of shot to film /set/watch? I will say we have this, I can't say that this is accessible to everyone, but at my school we have access to a doorway dolly, and I have always been like in love with behind the scenes of things, and a lot of the times like on professional sets I like fixate on how a certain shot would be laid out. Like you have this certain amount of track on a dolly, and then like these shots are so specific, and I would say doing maybe a move-in close-up, that would be really cool to do. Or one of those shots that is following a moving subject and you kind of have to keep them in the same like keep the subject in the same spot on the screen. And I definitely got mascara on my eye, so I'm gonna cover that with more highlighter and see if that works. I am so bad at eye makeup, guys. It is unreal. And then we have another question that is, what do you do to get out of a creative block? And I know I have had this discussion like multiple times with different people on different like mediums of like social media, and basically my process for getting out of a block is it's really hard. My brain like will subconsciously get to a point where I'm burned out and I can't really like think of anything. A lot of things that inspire me and stuff that I create is based off stuff that comes to me in my dreams. And it's so weird because I'll have no idea what I want to do, but then I'll have this dream and it shows me like the storyline and all the steps I can do to like make it a real thing, and I do it, and I don't know, it just works. And whenever I'm in a block, I just kind of meditate. I'm spiritual, I am Wiccan, and ask for help with anything that I'm struggling through. And yeah, I usually just wait. I just like wait for things to settle. Everything is like fixed in time, and there's that. So I'm gonna try this liquid lipstick, and I don't know how it's gonna go. It's like very purple, but yeah, the way I get out of a creative block is I'll just sit and meditate with my thoughts, and I'll work with my deity, and I'll get through the hard time. I know that through every hard time there's going to be a good feeling, but that is what I personally do. I'll stop, I'll meditate, I'll focus on the things that are really important to me, and I know that in time things will get better. So this is the finished look for my makeup. I do wear my glasses over this, so that's why I don't really try much with the eye stuff, because it's gonna get covered by my glasses anyway. So I can't really like show you guys what I'm doing for my self-tapes, but I'll tell you what they're for. I have 2 auditions. I have to record myself doing a monologue, and with that monologue I'll submit my resume and some of the previous stuff I've worked on to see if I can get into the first round of auditions for a Disney showcase. hopefully something comes of that. And then my second thing that I have to record is I have to record an introduction video of myself for this game show that I'm applying for. I don't know like how specific I can get with this, but all of this stuff is just like preliminary, get to know me, like film stuff. So I'm hoping something comes out of that. But other than that, I'll just like show you my setup before I'm about to do it. But other than that, this was my Q&A. Get ready with me to film self-tapes. I changed into a plain colored shirt, and the background that I have is like a light gray, so there's going to be a little bit of separation from me and my body. The main goal is to like not have my outfit stick out, but to have like, you know, my personality being showcased. And so this is where I'm gonna have my phone on my ring light, and that's the setup that I have. So I'll be like in front of this like gray background, doing that for my stuff, and that's basically the setup that I have. I can't really show you anything else. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you want more content like this, and yeah, bye.